Hello there, how are you? I hope all is well and everything is absolutely amazing on your end. Welcome back. This is your light in darkness, and I am back again with another new reading and important update for all of you today. Before starting with the reading, allow me to express my gratitude for the beautiful, loving, amazing, positive energy all of you are sending towards me. May God bless you all with abundance in all of its beautiful forms, and without wasting any of our time, let's begin with today's reading. Today's reading is about your whole journey, your overall experiences you are going to witness and encounter on your journey towards the end, towards the ultimate final destination of this connection, or the achievement of the real purpose of your soul connection. Okay, so starting with whatever is happening and whatever it is you need to focus on, what it is you need to be aware of, and what it is you need to know. First of all, it's very important for you here to understand that it's a process. This connection is meant for a higher purpose. This connection is meant to teach you and your soul counterpart something way much more valuable than having a family, then coming together in a romantic relationship just to repeat the same old patterns our parents, our ancestors and their ancestors have followed. Okay, that's not the ultimate purpose is of your soul connection. It is not that. Instead, it's about bringing in a new change, bringing in the truth about real true love, which is not just limited between two divine lovers. Love is not that limited or restricted in divine perspective. It is for all, and it should be there in all relationships. What happened with time is that souls, people, individuals forgot, that it's not their own blood relationships that deserve their affection, care, or something they perceive to be love is, which is not real love. You and your soul counterpart are here to first learn what it is to be in love and what it is to love, and then share that wisdom, that learning with others by your example. Getting my point? That is why you have different set of experiences given to you. That is why there's separation that takes place. That is why there are bittersweet moments you receive or get presented with to experience on your journey to learn some lessons here. Okay. So that is what is coming into picture right now. That is what you need to be aware of, because if there is any sadness, upset, sorrow, disappointment you are feeling or experiencing right now because of the way your counterpart is acting and behaving, or because of other things that are going on in your life, you have to understand that it's all part of a process. It's all part of the process that you need to go through in order to reach your final destination, or just to fulfill the purpose of your soul connection. At present, your counterpart is not that mature enough to make the kind of choices and decisions they're supposed to make in regards to your soul connection, and with time, with the results, or you can say with the help of the experiences they are going to get presented with, sooner or later they'll come to realize the importance, the significance, and the purpose of you and your soul connection that was there in their life, or that is to be fulfilled from their end. Okay, the experiences they are going to receive from the women who are the cause of your separation right now, or the people who are blocking your union or your connection right now, are going to help them mature up emotionally. These experiences and their after effects are going to help your counterpart finally conclude that there was only one person they were really deeply connected with. There was this only one person with whom they had or have a blessed divine soul connection, and it's going to be that moment of realization and epiphany, after which they'll surrender their wrongdoings, their cold, deceptive, mean, arrogant attitude. All the negativity that which they have right now is stemming from unawareness, fears, doubts, a habit of holding on to past or past experiences or emotions or memories. It is nothing but a very lower state of consciousness. They are either choosing to operate or are just operating because they don't want to change, or they are fearful of change, which is becoming the cause, or which is the cause of everything negative that they are doing. Okay, so I am not saying that you overlook their wrongdoings. I am not saying that you have no right to feel the way you're feeling right now, especially if you're hurt. All I'm trying to say here, based on today's reading, is that give it time, give it space, let them go, being aware of this fact that it's just a journey which is going to come to an end on a positive note at some point of time. You don't have to feel hurt or disappointed because of your counterpart's unwise choices and decisions, as at some point of time, through way of divine grace and the help of your amazing angels, guides, and ascended masters, they'll come to realize everything they need to realize and learn, which is of a positive nature here, which will end and conclude itself reminding them of their ultimate truth and their ultimate real connection with you by the will of the God. Getting my point? Whatever is happening right now is happening for many reasons. It's not just about you. It's not just about them. It's about a lot of things you cannot comprehend right now, because in your human form, being limited and restricted by your humanness, at present you cannot see everything you already know at a soul level. That is why when you operate out or look at things from a very narrow perspective, you'll see nothing except sorrow, suffering, misfortune, discomfort, depression, distress, sadness, anxiety, losses, failures, or things like that. But when you look at things from the perspective of God, or the perspective your guides, your angels, your ascended masters operate out of, you'll understand everything. So choose to look at everything from their perspective, because they're offering you guidance, assistance, and support every step of the way. It's about releasing that energy of looking at your counterpart and then feeling bad about how they're acting and behaving, because in the end they'll feel exactly the same way because of their own choices and decisions, because in the end they'll realize what they've done. Now when that end comes is different for each and every one of you. I cannot give you any specific time frame or timeline, because each and every one of you have your own set of lessons to learn. You have your own set of karmic debt to clear with the people or the souls you have in your life right now or are associated with you in regards to your soul connection. It's different for each and every one of you. Okay, that is why it's better and much wiser at your end to give it all to divine and just remain patient. Not waiting, but patient. Waiting is a different thing. When you wait, you still look at the outcome you wish and want. And then when it doesn't arrive at your time frame on your desired timeline, you get sad, you get upset, you feel disappointed. You don't have to do that when you'll surrender and focus only and only on what you can do, which is all about working on yourself, feeling good, feeling happy, knowing that God is with you within your heart, and God's love, which is eternal in nature for you, always available within your heart. You can connect with that. You don't even have to look for your counterpart's love or affection or care or concern if they are not willing to give it to you right now, or if they are not interested in pursuing that path or realizing that truth right now. There are many reasons why they are not doing so, because they have lessons to learn, because there are things which need to crumble down and come crashing down in their life for them to have that realization that it was always you and it's always going to be you in the end, no matter what. And it doesn't have to make sense to anyone in your physical real reality, because again, I'll repeat, if you're looking at everything from this perspective that one day you have to start a family with this person, or you don't have a family right now, so what will happen of you? This connection is not about that. I'm repeating once again. You have to look at it from a different perspective. If it's meant to be, it'll happen someday. If it's in your highest good, or if it's something which God plans to provide you or bring to fruition for a higher purpose, it'll happen. And if it is not in anyone's highest good, then just know that at least things are going to end on a positive note. If you want a family, you can have a family or create a family by God's grace, if God is willing to give it to you. If it is not happening right now, better not to feel sad about it, better not to feel discouraged by your current circumstances, because sooner or later all will work out for you. You can start your own family in some other way. It is not dependent on having your soul counterpart or any other man or woman in your life. Look at things from a different perspective. This is what this reading is talking about right now. Your family is not by blood. Your family is not something you necessarily have to be born in. Getting my point? There are different ways of creating a family, or having a sense of family. Sometimes being with God will feel like a family. Sometimes just being alone with your own questions, queries, doubts, dilemmas, apprehensions, and then working on resolving them is going to feel like a family, because there is something meaningful you're creating right there. It's different for each and every one of you. That's why I'm saying you'll have to learn to look at things from a different perspective if you want to come out of your current distress or sadness or upsets or anything which is disturbing you or bothering you right now. I am seeing that your counterpart's attitude, their negativity, their toxic relationships, or anything negative they are holding on to is going to come crashing down or is going to get destroyed by God Himself with the help of your guides, angels, and ascended masters. Getting my point? It'll happen when it's meant to be. So remain patient and continue to move forward in your life in a better suited direction in whatever shape or form you can. Whether it be working on yourself, whether it be learning, growing, studying, researching, whether it be volunteering for a cause, whether it be just, finding or following your purpose, whether it be getting into some sort of hobby or contributing in a selfless cause. There are many ways to do something meaningful and purposeful in life. So it's better to focus on that rather than on why your counterpart is not acting right and why they are doing things like that. It's because they are not aware of what they are doing. It's because maybe it's just not the right time. It's because they are not mature enough to handle their own issues right now. Maybe it's because they have karma to clear. There are many reasons, and I'm seeing that right now, whatever is happening, the karmic scales are getting balanced, which you cannot understand, comprehend, or might not even be able to interpret as the truth right now, which is fine. Don't worry about it, okay? Because healing, hope, clarity, wisdom, it's all there on the horizon for you. When you'll choose to look at things from a different perspective, it'll all make sense. Okay, worry not about your counterpart's attitude or whatever it is they are doing, because it'll all come crashing down. And they'll have nothing except regrets in their heart after a point of time when they'll realize the truth, when they'll finally come to the end of that cycle or that karmic connection or the habit or whatever it is they're holding on to right now. They'll have nothing except regret and a realization of their own soul calling and the truth of your connection by the grace of God. This is what this reading is talking about, but it'll happen when it's meant to be. It'll happen once the karmic scales are balanced. It'll happen once both of you have learned your lessons and cleared your karmic baggage. Once you'll let go of that attachment with any of the outcomes you have in your mind. It's when you learn your lessons precisely, things are going to change for the better. You'll see your desired results, maybe not in the way you're expecting to see them right now, but in a different way, which is all fine and it'll all work out for everyone's highest good. I am seeing a happy outcome, a happy ending in the end. For all involved, actually, not just for one person, but for all involved. Each and every person is going to come out of the darkness, the distress, the sadness or upsets they are experiencing right now, including those who are hurting you right now. It is going to happen with them after they clear their karma as well, either with you or with other people. It's not like that they won't get to experience any dark moments or any hurt or pain or suffering for what they are doing to you. They will have to. They'll pay for each and every tear they're causing you to shed. They'll pay for each and every moment you spend in crying or being sad or upset or in pain because you're separated from your counterpart because of them. They'll have to go through it all, and your divine team, God, angels are in charge of balancing the scales in between you and that person. They'll receive what they are giving you, and after that they'll also learn their lessons in their way as per their divine life plans. So better not let whatever is happening or whatever anyone else is doing affect you and your growth in life, because the time you have right now is very, very limited. So better use it for a good cause. Better use it to level up in your life. Better use it to work on yourself. Better use it to learn the lessons you are getting presented with, instead of crying over the spilled milk, because nothing is lost here. Your connection isn't lost. You think that there was some sort of loss because of your attachment, or because you're still operating out of a to some extent, a lower level of consciousness. You've got to rise up from there. You've got to level up from there to experience greatness, to experience abundance, which is always there for you, to experience that divine love, which is always there in your heart, without any attachments, without any expectations or strings attached with anyone, including your soul counterpart. This is a realization even you have to come to terms with. You getting my point? If you realize this truth, all these patterns, all these challenges, all these obstacles are going to get removed and lifted away from your path. It's all about learning and growing, which is the ultimate purpose of your soul connection. You are here to lead your life as an example for others to learn from about what true divine unconditional love means and is, which is not, again I'll repeat, is limited to be there only in between divine lovers. That is why I said that there are different ways of being or creating a family. I mean, being in a family or creating a family, it's different for each and every person out there. You've got to find what it means for you to have a family and how it looks like, how it should look like. Maybe you're supposed to create a family for someone else by either volunteering for a cause or helping someone, or sharing something you have in your life, maybe knowledge, maybe money, maybe food, maybe clothes, maybe whatever it is you can. You think you won't become a family for someone by doing so? That is what I'm trying to explain here. It's not just about having a husband or wife and kids or in-laws or things like that. That is not, yes, it is family, but sometimes people are not blessed with that kind of family. That doesn't mean they cannot create one in other ways. At the same time, what I'm saying and what I mean by other ways is going to be different for each and every one of you. So be mindful in interpreting those lines for yourself. Maybe you can become a family for stray dogs. Maybe you can become a family for animals who are getting abused out there. Maybe you can become a family for orphans. Maybe you can become a family for elderly people who got abandoned by their loved ones. Maybe you can become a family for women who experienced abuse in any way, shape or form, who do not have anyone else in their life. Maybe you can become a family for people who are depressed in life. Maybe you can become a family for those who do not have a family, those who do not have anyone in their life. Maybe you can become that one person they can call a family. Again, I'll repeat, it's different for each and every one of you, and I'm not saying that you cannot have the kind of family you want. As I said, if it's meant to be, it'll happen. And if it's not in the highest good, it'll not happen. Especially when your counterpart has done the kind of things they shouldn't have done. So there are many things you've got to consider and pay attention to. There are many lessons both of you have to learn. But in the end, it'll all work out. In the end, you'll come out of whatever is upsetting you. Okay, in the end, the scales are going to get balanced. In the end, you'll find your happiness. In the end, what matters is that you and your soul counterpart finally come to some sort of realization, or the realization about this connection, and fulfill your purpose, which is what I see is going to happen one way or the other, as God, divine team, your angels, guides, ascended masters, all are in charge of making sure that it happens. Get my point? So it is all about that. And don't worry, again I'll repeat, don't worry about your counterpart's pathetic attitude. It'll come crashing down. All the negative habits, mindset, thinking patterns, addictions, relationships, friendships, connections, each and every negative thing they have in their life, or each and everything that is separating them from you or this love, is going to come crashing down with the help of divine intervention. which is going to take place or is taking place right now, and these experiences are the only thing which are going to make them realize and conclude or have this epiphany about you and your soul connection, because your soul connection isn't going anywhere. It's there right now. It's going to be there always in its true, real, authentic form, without any kind of other element being in it to corrupt it in any way, shape or form. It doesn't matter if you come back together or not. I'm not saying that you cannot. I'm just giving an explanation here, okay? It doesn't matter if you start a family or not. The connection is there and it will serve its purpose one way or the other. You are going to realize what its purpose is. You are going to fulfill its purpose one way or the other, and in the end, even your counterpart is going to surrender to this truth about your soul connection, which is going to happen with the help of God, not you. Your actions, your interference cannot do that. Your talks cannot do that. You can contribute by your part in making that happen, by being yourself, by being in your power, by being true and authentic and shining your light. That way you can contribute in that cause, but by talking, by taking things in your own hands, or by trying to control, it won't work out. Okay? So that's all. This was your reading. I hope that you enjoyed listening to me and it brought you the clarity you were seeking and were hoping to get. If so, do let me know how you felt in the comment section below. Feel free to hit the like button and do subscribe to our channel for more such content to be readily available for all of you on a regular basis. With that being said, do not hesitate to follow through with the link given in the description box below if your heart says so. Also, if any of you are interested in taking personal life purpose readings, kindly contact me or consult with me through my given email address provided in the description box below. That's all. Signing off, taking leave. We'll be back sooner than later. Till then, take care of yourself and your loved ones. Bye-bye.